Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take all that information overload, the cruise guides, the safety warnings, restaurant reviews, all of it,
Yeah.
and really boil it down into a focused, actionable plan for your next stop.
Exactly.
Today, we're diving deep into Cozumel, Mexico.
Mm.
If you're planning a trip there, maybe on a cruise, this is your shortcut.
Yeah.
Our mission is simple. Give you that practical knowledge, the kind that lets you step off the ship feeling like a seasoned traveler, not just another passenger.
That's spot on. Cozumel sees a ton of cruise traffic, right? And it can feel overwhelming with all the options.
For sure.
So we're cutting through the noise. We'll talk about navigating those 3 different cruise ports, because yeah, there are 3.
Right.
How to get around efficiently, and really importantly, where to find that authentic culture and food away from the main tourist drafts.
Okay.
And we'll cover the real story on safety so you can relax and enjoy the island. It's about giving you that deeper context.
Perfect. Turning confusion into clarity. Let's jump right in. First up, navigating the island. Ports, transit, and laying that safety foundation. Okay, so first things first. Where your ship actually docks in Cozumel, that pretty much sets the stage for your whole day.
Absolutely critical.
And there are 3 really different terminals. Let's start with Punta Langosta. You called it the urban winner.
Yeah, Punta Langosta, that's the downtown anchor. Its location is just, well, unbeatable if you want to be right in the mix.
How close are we talking?
We're talking maybe a 3 to 5 minute walk, tops, and you're right in the heart of San Miguel, right where the Malecón, that main waterfront walkway, starts.
Okay, wow.
So you've got all the local shops, the little independent restaurants, everything right there.
That walkability sounds huge, especially if you just want to explore on your own time. No taxi needed, just wander.
Exactly. If you're planning on shopping, grabbing a bite, walking the waterfront without hailing a cab, this is your golden ticket. MSC, Disney, NCL, they often dock here.
And you mentioned something about a meeting spot. For people who booked, outside tours.
Right, yeah. The sources point this out consistently. If you've booked a third-party excursion, the go-to meeting spot, almost always, is the Starbucks. It's right there on the lower level of the terminal complex.
Starbucks, okay. Easy enough to find.
Super central, everyone knows it. So that direct access is Punta Langosta's big plus.
Okay, so contrast that with the next one. The International Pier, sometimes called the Royal Caribbean Dock.
Yep, the International Pier. It's a bit further north, sort of near what you might call the local industrial zone. It's not quite downtown.
How far out?
You're looking at about a 10-minute taxi ride to get right into the main buzz of San Miguel.
10 minutes. Still pretty convenient time-wise.
Yeah.
But crucially, not really walkable in a pleasant way.
Not really, no. I mean, the sources say technically you could walk it, maybe 30 minutes. But honestly, with that strong Caribbean sun and no real scenic path,
Yeah, no thanks.
you'll want a taxi. Definitely take a taxi. Royal Caribbean docks here. Sometimes celebrity, too.
And it's set up for tours, you said, like Punta Langosta.
Very organized, yeah. Similar setup. There's usually a clear meeting point for excursions, often right near the Hard Rock Cafe there. It's built for moving groups efficiently.
Okay, makes sense. So that leads the third one, Puerto Maya, further south.
That's right, Puerto Maya. It's the southernmost port, maybe 15, 20 minutes south of downtown by taxi.
And its advantages.
Beaches. If your main goal is hitting one of those big, popular Cozumel beach clubs with all the amenities.
Ah, like Mr. Sancho's, Nachi Coco.
Exactly those. Paradise Beach, too. Puerto Maya puts you closest. Carnival usually docks here, sometimes Princess.
And walking from here to town is definitely out.
Oh, yeah. Forget walking. That's like a 40-minute trek in the heat. You absolutely need a taxi to get anywhere else from Puerto Maya.
And the immediate area around the port itself, more touristy shops.
Pretty much. It's designed for that immediate cruise passenger transaction. You'll find big souvenir shops, maybe more of the chain-style stuff compared to the independent places you'd find wandering San Miguel from Punta Langosta.
Okay, so let's break it down quickly. Best port for.
Right. Quick guide. If you want to explore downtown on foot, shop, eat independently. Punta Langosta.
Got it.
If you've got tours booked, or just want a solid middle ground location, the International Pier works great, very efficient.
Okay.
And if it's all about maximizing that beach club time, hitting places like Mr. Sancho's fast, Puerto Maya is your best bet. Gives you the shortest ride south.
All right, we've landed. We know which port we're at. Now, how do we actually get around? Sounds like taxis are key.
They really are, especially outside of downtown San Miguel. But the good news is Cozumel's got this down. It's very well organized.
How so?
Every single port, right outside the gates, you'll see official, clearly marked taxi stands. The drivers, they're totally used to cruise passengers, the quick turnaround, everything.
Okay, that's reassuring. But you mentioned something.
Yeah.
A protocol.
Yeah.
About pricing.
Yes, this is super important. Unlike a lot of places, Cozumel taxis do not use meters. No meters at all.
No meters. So how does that work?
They use fixed fare zones, so the price depends on where you're going, based on established zones. But the crucial thing is, you must confirm the price to your destination before you get in the cab.
Before you even open the door.
Absolutely. Just state your destination, ask quanto cuesta, how much,
Okay.
and agree on the price.
Okay, but how do I know if the price they quote is fair if there are no meters? Are there like posted rates somewhere?
Yes, usually. At the official taxi stands at the ports, there should be large signs. These signs list common destinations downtown, specific beach clubs, the airport, and the authorized price range for that zone.
Ah,
So check those signs first. Within those official zones at the port, the price isn't really negotiable.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
if you happen to hail a taxi on the street, away from the official stand, or if you're trying to arrange a longer custom island tour, then yeah, you might need to negotiate a bit. Politely, of course.
gotcha. And what kind of prices are we talking about roughly for those zones?
For a typical short trip, say from one of the ports to downtown or to a nearby beach club, expect something in the range of maybe $9 to $20 USD, somewhere in there.
Okay. And for a longer tour, like hiring a taxi for a few hours?
For an island tour where the driver waits for you at stops, you're looking at fixed rates around $50 to $60 USD. It depends on exactly how long and how far you agree on.
Good to have a ballpark. Should we use pesos or dollars?
You can use US dollars, most drivers accept them, but it's almost always better to pay in pesos if you can.
Why is that?
The driver's exchange rate will likely be, let's say, less generous than the official bank rate, so you'll save a bit paying in local currency. Always good to have some pesos on hand.
Right. And we really need to stress again how big Cozumel is, right? It's not just a little beach town.
Not at all. It's about 185 square miles. Once you leave that main San Miguel area, walking long distances is just not practical.
Not just the distance, but the heat.
Oh, the heat is a huge factor. That tropical sun can be draining. Trying to walk for miles is exhausting, maybe even a bit risky if you're not prepared. You definitely need some form of motorized transport for exploring.
Which brings us to rentals.
Yeah.
Sounds like a popular option.
Very popular. Renting a vehicle gives you that amazing freedom to explore at your own pace. And navigation is surprisingly easy.
Easy. How so?
There's basically one main road, the coastal highway, that circles most of the island. It connects all the main tourist spots, resorts. Pretty hard to get seriously lost.
Okay. What are the options for rentals? Just cars.
You've got choices. Basic rental cars are pretty affordable, maybe starting around 26 USD a day, give or take.
Uh-huh.
Then you have the classic Cozumel rental, a Jeep. Super popular, great open air feel. They usually cost a bit more than a standard car, though.
Right. I've seen those everywhere in photos. What about smaller options?
Absolutely. Scooters and motorbikes are everywhere. Really common. They can be cheaper too, like $15 to $40 USD a day, depending on the bike. Bicycles are an option too for shorter distances or if you're really ambitious.
Okay. Scooters sound fun, but maybe a bit risky.
They can be, yeah. If you go the scooter or motorbike route, you must wear a helmet. Always. And be
Yeah.
really aware of the traffic. Local drivers are used to tourists, stopping suddenly or making unexpected turns. You need to be defensive.
Good advice. Any other transport options? Shuttles, maybe?
Yeah, if you're staying on the island at one of the larger resorts, check if they offer shuttle services. Many do, running back and forth to downtown, which can be super convenient and takes the hassle out of parking or taxis. #3. Safety scams and avoiding pitfalls. Okay, let's talk safety. This is obviously crucial for peace of mind.
Definitely. What's the general feeling about safety in Cozumel?
Look, the overwhelming consensus, and the data backs this up, is that Cozumel is very safe for tourists. It really functions as a kind of island bubble.
An island bubble. How
Oh.
so?
Well, two main reasons. First, its geography being an island gives it a bit of natural separation from some mainland issues. And second, its economy is hugely dependent on tourism, like almost entirely.
So protecting tourists is a top priority.
Exactly. It's in everyone's best interest. The local government and businesses know this, and you see it in the stats.
Yeah, you mentioned a comparison, Cozumel versus Mexico City.
Right. The sources gave that specific data point. Cozumel's crime rating was around 33.33, whereas Mexico City was way up at 78.02. That's a massive difference.
Wow, okay. That does provide some reassurance. But safe doesn't mean zero risk, right? What are the things tourists do need to watch out for?
The main things are pretty much common sense tourist precautions. Petty crime is the biggest one. Opportunistic stuff.
Like what specifically?
Leaving your phone or wallet unattended on a beach chair while you go for a swim. Or leaving a bag hanging on the back of your chair at a busy outdoor restaurant. Things thieves look for anywhere. Just keep an eye on your valuables.
Makes sense. What about walking around, especially at night?
Downtown San Miguel, especially along the Malecon, is generally busy and feels very safe, even late into the evening. Lots of families, couples out strolling. But like anywhere, avoid walking alone down poorly lit side streets or unfamiliar areas late at night. Stick to the main, well-lit thoroughfares.
Standard city smarts, basically.
Pretty much. Oh, and the water thing, super important health tip.
Right, don't drink the tap water.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Stick to bottled water for drinking. And honestly, the advice is usually to use bottled water for brushing your teeth too, just to be extra cautious and avoid any unpleasant stomach issues ruining your trip.
Good call. Anything else on the general safety front?
One more point, and it's a serious one. Drug culture exists in Cozumel, like it does in many tourist spots worldwide.
Okay.
It is absolutely vital for tourists to steer clear. Avoid any involvement. Don't engage with anyone offering anything. Prioritizing your safety means staying completely away from that scene and the dangerous situations it can create.
Understood. Stay completely clear. Now, let's flip to financial safety. Scams. Knowing these can save a lot of hassle, right?
Oh, definitely. Being aware of the common scams is half the battle. The biggest one, maybe the most infuriating, involves vehicle rentals, especially Jeeps and scooters.
That happens.
The scam is, when you return the vehicle, a dodgy rental place might suddenly claim there's new damage, a scratch, a dent that wasn't there before, and they'll demand you pay for it, often right there, in cash.
Yes, that sounds stressful. How do you prevent that?
Documentation. Rigorous documentation before you drive away. This is the #1 tip from seasoned travelers.
So what does that involve? Taking pictures.
Even better, take a video, a continuous video walk around of the entire vehicle, get close-ups of every panel, the wheels, lights, inside too, explicitly capture any existing scratches, dings, tears in the upholstery, anything.
And the key is?
Make sure the rental agency sees you doing it. Let them watch you documenting the vehicle's current condition. It makes it much harder for them to falsely claim new damage later.
That's a brilliant practical tip. Video everything, make sure they see you.
And of course, try to rent from established, reputable companies. Even if they seem a few dollars more expensive, that peace of mind can be worth it.
Totally. Okay, what's the next common scam? ATMs and cards.
Yep, ATM skimming and card cloning can happen anywhere. In Cozumel, the advice is to only use ATMs located inside major banks or large, well-known supermarkets like Mega or Chedraui.
Avoid standalone machines on the street.
Exactly, or ones in dimly lit, out-of-the-way spots. And when you enter your PIN, always shield the keypad with your other hand. Be really obvious about covering it.
And paying with cards in restaurants.
Ask them to bring the portable card reader machine to your table. Don't let your card disappear into the back room. Keep it in your sight the whole time.
Good rule of thumb anywhere, really. Lastly, dealing with pushy vendors. Near the ports, maybe?
Yeah, you might encounter unlicensed vendors selling tours or souvenirs, sometimes quite aggressively. A polite but firm, no gracias, usually does the trick. Just keep walking.
Don't feel pressured.
Right. And remember, for tours, it's always best to book through licensed, certified operators. That ensures they meet safety standards and have proper insurance.
Speaking of insurance and rentals.
Yeah.
One last check.
Yes, super important if you rent any motorized vehicle, Jeep, scooter, ATV. First, understand the local traffic rules. Second, always wear a helmet, especially on scooters. And third, verify your travel insurance covers accidents involving motorized vehicles.
Why wouldn't it?
Your regular car insurance from home often doesn't cover you driving, say, a scooter in Mexico. You need specific travel insurance, like from AIG, Travel Guard, or Alliance, that explicitly includes that coverage. Check the fine print.
Okay, crucial check. So we've got our bearings, we know how to get around, and we're feeling secure. Time to talk about the fun stuff, adventure and culture. Right. Cozumel is famous for its natural beauty. You can't talk about Cozumel without talking about the water, right? The reefs.
Oh, absolutely. It's world-renowned for a reason. The island sits right alongside the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef System.
That's the second largest in the world, isn't it?
It is, which makes Cozumel a top-tier global destination for scuba diving. But here's the great thing. You don't need to be a certified diver to really experience it.
Snorkeling is a big draw, too.
Huge. It's perfect if you're maybe a bit nervous about diving deep or just want an easier way to see the underwater world. There are amazing, accessible snorkel spots.
Like where? What are the highlights?
Well, you've got places like Palancar Reef, known for these incredible, huge coral formations and tons of fish. Bucano's Beach Club up at Playa San Juan is also great for snorkeling right off the beach.
Okay.
But if you want something truly unique, almost magical, you need to get on a boat trip out to Playa El Cielo.
El Cielo, that means heaven's right.
It does, and honestly, it kind of lives up to the name. It's the shallow, crystal clear sandbar area. And the reason it's famous, starfish.
Starfish.
Hundreds, sometimes thousands of these big, beautiful cushioned starfish just resting on the bright white sand under the water. It's an incredible sight. You can only get there by boat, but wow, it's worth it. A real Cozumel must do.
That sounds amazing. Okay, moving beyond the reefs, what about eco parks? Punta Sur sounds impressive.
Punta Sur Eco Beach Park, yeah. It's also known as Faro Solarain, after the lighthouse there. It's the largest ecological reserve on the island.
How large?
Over 1,000 hectares. That's almost 2,500 acres. It covers the whole southern tip of Cozumel. You really need to plan a good chunk of your day if you go there.
What's there to see and do?
You've got beautiful protected beaches, lagoons full of wildlife. Keep an eye out for crocodiles, mangrove forests. And the highlight for many is climbing the Solarain Lighthouse.
Many steps.
It's 133 steps to the top. A bit of a climb, but the reward is this stunning 360-degree view over the park, the Caribbean. It's spectacular.
Worth the effort, then. Closer to town, there's Chankanaab Park.
Right, Chankanaab Adventure Beach Park. It's built around a natural lagoon only about 4 miles from San Miguel. It offers snorkeling and relaxing, but it's a bit more commercialized. They have other attractions, too, like zip lines and scheduled shows with sea lions and crocodiles. So it's a mix of nature and park activities.
Okay. Now, you mentioned something really intriguing earlier. Water activities after dark.
Yeah, this sounded really cool. The Lil Sports apparently offers twilight SUP tours, stand-up paddleboarding at night.
With lights. How does that work?
They attach lights to the underside of the paddleboards. The idea is these lights illuminate the water around you and attract marine life in the shallow areas near the coral clusters.
So you can see fish and things moving around at night. Is it better than daytime snorkeling?
It's different. Probably less about identifying every single fish, more about seeing the, nocturnal activity, things that hide during the day might come out. It sounds like a really unique, almost surreal experience.
Definitely different. And there was another special seasonal experience involving turtles.
Yes, the Sea Turtle Rescue Program. This is really special, but it's seasonal. Runs from about April through October, which is the nesting and hatching time for sea turtles on Cozumel.
And people can get involved.
Volunteers can, yes, working with the Cozumel Ecology Department. In the early part of the season, April to June, they focus on finding and marking the nests to protect them.
Okay.
Then later, from July to October, comes the really amazing part. Assisting the tiny hatchlings as they make that dangerous dash from the nest across the sand into the ocean.
Wow.
Being able to witness that, or even help under supervision, that's an unforgettable connection to the island's natural cycle, a really positive way to engage. #5, Cozumel's rich Mayan and cultural heritage. Okay, shifting gears from nature to history. Cozumel has a deep Mayan past, centuries old. The ruins here might not be as huge as Chichen Itza on the mainland, but they're really significant.
How so? What makes them unique?
The main site, the largest one, is San Gervasio. Its importance wasn't really military or political. It was a major religious center.
Religious in what way?
It was primarily a sanctuary dedicated to Ixchel. She was the Mayan goddess of the moon, fertility, medicine, a really important female deity. For centuries, Mayan women made pilgrimages to Cozumel, specifically to San Gervasio.
So it was a sacred site for women. That's different.
Exactly. It gives you a different perspective on Mayan culture compared to the big pyramid sites. It feels more intimate, more focused on spiritual life.
Are there other Mayan sites?
There's El Cedral, which is smaller and older, more of a ceremonial spot, easier to visit quickly. But if you want something more hands-on than just ruins,
Yeah.
you should check out Pueblo de Mays. It's not ruins, it's an interactive experience.
Interactive how? Like a museum?
Sort of a living museum, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a recreated Mayan village designed to immerse you in their traditions. You can watch demonstrations weaving, cooking, learn about daily life, and they even have you participate in a traditional Mayan ritual or ceremony.
Oh, cool. That sounds great for families or anyone who likes learning by doing.
Definitely. And connecting that ancient history to something delicious. Chocolate.
Chocolate. Tell me more. The Mayans and chocolate.
Oh yeah, cacao is incredibly important to the Maya. They consider it the food of the gods. You can explore this connection at the Mayan Cacao Company, which people often just call the chocolate factory.
A chocolate factory. Nice. Do they just talk about it or do you actually get involved?
You get involved. That's the fun part. They take you through the whole process, from the raw cacao beans, the traditional grinding methods, and then you get to participate in workshops.
Making your own chocolate.
Making chocolate from the beans, yeah. You get to taste it at different stages, from the bitter raw form to the spiced traditional preparations. It's history you can taste. Really fascinating.
Love that. Okay, bringing it back to modern Cozumel, downtown San Miguel. What's the cultural heart there?
That would be El Zócalo, the main square, also called Plaza del Sol. It's right across from the ferry pier. It's the town's central gathering spot.
What makes it special?
A key thing is that commercial activity is actually forbidden in the plaza itself, so it really feels like a public space, not just another shopping area.
Ah, nice. So people just hang out.
Locals, families, tourists,
Oh, wow.
yeah, people stroll, kids play. In the evening, there's usually a fountain light show, typically around 8:30 p.m. It's just a really pleasant place to be. Feel the local vibe without being sold something.
Good to know. Is the museum nearby too, El Museo?
Yep, El Museo, the Cozumel Museum, is right there. It's got exhibits on the island's history, geology, culture. But here's a little insider tip from the sources.
Ooh, yes.
There's a restaurant upstairs in the museum, a gallery restaurant. Apparently, it's a great spot to get a reasonably priced meal and enjoy absolutely fantastic views over the water, looking towards the mainland Yucatan. Kind of a hidden gem for lunch with a view.
Nice. Museum, lunch, and a view. Perfect combo.
So there's this idea sometimes that Cozumel just shuts down when the cruise ships leave for the day.
Yeah, I've heard that. Is it true?
Not at all. Downtown San Miguel stays really lively and feels quite safe after dark. The Malecon, that waterfront promenade, is busy with people strolling, families out, couples. It has a nice, relaxed evening buzz.
Okay, good to know. What about places with music? Live bands?
Definitely options there. A really popular spot, especially for sunset, is the Money Bar Beach Club. It's a little south of the main downtown area.
Famous for sunsets, you said. And?
And their happy hour. They're known for these giant 2-for-1 drinks. The mojitos apparently are legendary.
Huh. Giant mojitos. Sounds dangerous. Do they have music too?
Yep, on Friday and Saturday nights, they usually have a live band playing a mix of classic rock, but with a kind of Mexican soul influence. Good energy, fun, vacation vibe.
Cool. What about right in the center of town?
Woody's Bar and Grill is a classic. It's right there in the main plaza, Benito Juarez Square. Super reliable spot. Often has an acoustic musician playing during the day, then a full band comes on at night.
Dependable choice.
Yeah.
Any place known more for dancing?
Yeah.
Later night.
Yeah, if you're looking to dance, Hemingway seems to be the spot right now. It's a restaurant on the shoreline that apparently transforms into more of a dance club later on with popular DJs.
It gets pretty lively.
Seems like it attracts a mix of tourists and locals, dive masters, resort staff looking for a late-night party vibe.
Okay. Are there public events too? Things happening in the squares?
Sometimes, yeah. Keep an eye on Parque Benito Juarez. The town sometimes puts on free outdoor music or dancing events there. And if you're really lucky, you might even catch a demonstration of the ancient Mayan ball game, Poc to Poc.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Totally. And speaking of the park, there's something else there regularly. The Corredor de Artesanos.
What's that?
It's the local artisans fair. It sets up every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening from about 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. right in Benito Juarez Park. Great place to find unique handmade crafts directly from the artists.
Oh, perfect timing for evening shopping.
Yeah.
And seasonally, there's Carnival.
Yes. Cozumel has a huge carnival celebration. If you happen to be there leading up to Fat Tuesday, usually late February, it's a big deal.
What's it like?
Festivities actually start weeks beforehand, building up to these massive, colorful nighttime parades. The main square and the Palacio Municipal become stages for pageants, music, dancing. It's a huge party.
Sounds intense. And for a special night out, maybe a nice dinner with ambiance, any recommendations?
The sources mention a few reliable spots for that kind of evening. Bucano's at night, the evening version of the beach club. Olandi's for waterfront Italian. And Guido's is another classic favorite for a nicer meal.
Okay, let's get to maybe the most important part for many people, the food. Cozumel cuisine sounds like a real mix.
It really is. You've got that deep Mayan foundation layered with Spanish influences from colonization and then spiced up with Caribbean flavors. It's a delicious blend.
So where do we start? What are the absolute must-try Yucatecan dishes?
Number one, no question, is cochinita pibil. You cannot leave Cozumel without trying this.
Slow-cooked pork, right. What makes it special?
It's the marinade and the cooking method. The pork is marinated in sour orange juice and achiote paste that gives it the reddish color and unique flavor. Then it's traditionally wrapped in banana leaves and cooked low and slow, often underground in a pit oven called a pib.
Cooked underground.
The way process gives it this incredible tenderness and a smoky flavor. Served with pickled red onions and tortillas, it's just iconic. Look for it at places like Taqueria Maya. They're known for a good version.
Cochinita pibil. Got it. What else is essential? Street food, maybe?
Panuchos. Definitely try panuchos. These are small, deep-fried tortillas, but here's the key. They're stuffed with refried black beans before frying.
Oh, stuffed before frying. Interesting.
Yeah. Then they're topped with shredded chicken or turkey, lettuce, tomato, avocado, pickled onions. They're super flavorful, filling, great street food snack.
It sounds amazing. Anything lighter? Maybe a soup?
Sopa de lima, lime soup. It's fantastic, especially in the heat. It's a clear, tangy chicken broth base, flavored heavily with the local lima agria, sour lime, shredded chicken, and topped with crispy fried tortilla strips. Really refreshing.
Okay, that sounds perfect for a hot day. Any other little bites?
Look for cozitos. They're basically tightly rolled corn tortillas, sometimes filled with cheese or beans, fried until crispy, and usually served simply with tomato sauce for dipping. Good little appetizer or side.
Okay, we're on an island. Gotta talk seafood.
Absolutely. The seafood is fresh and fantastic. A simple, classic preparation is pescado frito, whole fried fish, usually grouper or red snapper, just lightly seasoned and fried perfectly crispy. Simple, rustic, delicious.
Whole fish, head and all.
Often, yeah. Don't be intimidated. That's how you know it's fresh. And of course, tacos de camarón shrimp tacos. You'll find them everywhere, grilled or fried, usually served with cabbage sauce, salsa, maybe a creamy chipotle sauce, a total staple.
Can't go wrong with shrimp tacos.
Right.
Now, you mentioned a local secret for fish, where the locals really go.
Yes, the name that came up was La Conchita del Caribe. Apparently, this is the spot locals recommend for the absolute best, freshest fish.
La Conchita del Caribe, okay.
Ah.
And what's the must order there?
The specific advice was order the whole fried fish. That's what they're known for.
Sounds like a real local experience. What's the vibe like? Fancy? Casual?
Definitely casual, maybe even a bit rustic. It's supposed to be off the main tourist drag. Probably best to have cash, ideally pesos. It's all about the fish, simply prepared and super fresh. Might be busy, so maybe try going slightly off peak hours. It sounds like the real deal.
Perfect. Now, what if you're craving something other than Mexican food? Any unexpected gems?
Yeah, a couple stood out. One was an Italian place called Cuban Labed, highly recommended.
Italian in Cozumel. What's special about it?
Apparently, they make everything from scratch. They mill their own flour for the pasta and bread. They make their own mozzarella. Like, serious dedication.
Wow, that sounds incredible. Must be pricey then.
That's the amazing part now. The sources said it's super affordable. Like, you can get a really substantial, high-quality meal for maybe $6 to $8 USD. Unbelievable value for that level of craftsmanship.
$6 Italian with homemade pasta. Sign me up. Any other quick bites?
Crazy King Burrito got a specific mention for its asada, the steak burrito. And the insider tip was, ask for the tortilla extra crispy.
Ooh, extra crispy, noted. And for a splurge, best seafood overall.
If budget isn't the main concern, Bucano's consistently gets praised for having the absolute best seafood on the island. It's pricier, yes, but supposed to be top-notch quality. Plus, it's a fantastic spot to catch the sunset while you eat. #8. Shopping for authentic souvenirs and handicrafts. Okay, shopping. Near the ports, you'll find tons of shops, very convenient, but a lot of it can be that generic, mass-produced souvenir stuff you see everywhere.
Same t-shirts and shot glasses. Where do you go for something more authentic?
Right.
Something that feels like Cozumel?
You need to venture a little further in, away from the immediate port hustle. Head towards the Mercado Municipal, the main local market, or check out the Plaza del Sol Mercado de Artesanías, the artisan market in the main square.
Okay, Mercado Municipal and Plaza del Sol Market. What kinds of authentic crafts should we look for?
Things that reflect the local culture, the Mayan heritage, island life. Look for carvings you might find limestone sculptures, maybe even see someone carving on site, which is a great sign. Also, soapstone or wood carvings with Mayan symbols.
Nice. What about textiles? Hammocks are big there, right?
Huge. Hand-woven hammocks, either cotton or the more durable nylon, are classic. Also look for embroidered items, maybe a huipil, which is a traditional tunic, or colorful rebozos, the woven shawls.
Okay. Pottery. I feel like I see a lot of colorful Mexican pottery.
You will. Lots of hand-painted Talavera-style pottery. It's beautiful, very vibrant.
Now hang on, Talavera. Isn't that from a specific place, Puebla?
Shark. Yes, true Talavera pottery has a protected designation of origin, strictly from Puebla. What you mostly find in Cozumel is Talavera style. It uses similar techniques and bright colors, often incorporating local Cozumel motifs like sea life, but it's not the official stuff.
Good distinction. So beautiful souvenirs, but know what you're buying.
Exactly. Still lovely pieces. Also, look for glass art. There are galleries, like Gallery Azul was mentioned, doing hand-blown and engraved glass, often inspired by the Reefs or Mayan designs.
Okay, let's talk silver. Cozumel's duty-free, right?
Right.
So silver is a big deal.
It is. It's known as a good place to buy silver, especially pieces from Taxago, which is famous for its silversmiths. But you absolutely need to know the silver rule.
The silver rule. Okay, lay it on me.
It's simple but critical. Always, always look for the .925 stamp on the piece.
0.925, what does that mean?
It means the item is genuine sterling silver, 92.5% pure silver mixed with other metals for durability. If it doesn't have that .925 stamp, be very skeptical.
What else might it be?
You might see vendors, especially wandering ones, selling stuff that looks like silver but is actually alpaca metal or some other lower quality alloy. It'll tarnish quickly and isn't worth much.
So stick to reputable stores, look for the stamp. Any recommended stores?
Sergio Silver from Taxco came up multiple times as a trustworthy place known for quality sterling silver.
Sergio Silver, got it. What about bringing some flavors home, edible souvenirs?
Great idea. Tequila or mezcal, obviously. Doing a tasting tour can help you pick a really unique bottle that's not just the standard stuff.
Good call. What else?
Mexican vanilla extract. The real stuff is amazing for baking. Look for pure, maybe even organic vanilla, often sold in smaller family-run shops. Much better than artificial vanilla.
Oh yeah, huge difference. And chocolate.
Definitely. After visiting the cacao company, maybe? Pick up some artisanal Mexican chocolate bars or discs from a place like Chocolateria Isla Bella. Great gifts.
Perfect. Okay, before we wrap up shopping, there was an important ethical warning. Something about coral.
Yes, this is really crucial. Be a responsible tourist, a responsible shopper. It is absolutely illegal to buy black coral or to bring it back into the US or Canada.
Illegal? Why?
Because it's a protected species, it grows incredibly slowly and harvesting has devastated it. You risk hefty fines and having it confiscated if you try to bring it home. Just don't buy it.
Okay, no black coral. Anything else to avoid from the sea?
Generally, yeah. Avoid buying large starfish, sea fans, big conch shells, anything that looks like it was recently pulled from the ocean. Support vendors selling items made from sustainable materials instead. If you like coral jewelry, look for pink or white coral, which is generally managed more sustainably than black coral. Basically, help protect the reefs you came to admire.
Leave the reef life in the reef. Makes perfect sense. Okay, that's a ton of great info. Let's wrap this deep dive up. Hashtag check outro.
All right, that was an intensive look at Cozumel. Let's quickly recap the absolute key takeaways.
Okay, logistics first. You know the three ports. Punta Langosta for downtown walking, Porta Maya for the southern beach clubs, International Pier for efficient tours. Got it. And safety. Use common sense for belongings. Stick to lit areas at night, bottled water only, and crucially avoid scams by videoing your rentals and keeping cards in sight. Use ATMs inside banks.
Exactly. Then the fun stuff, seek out the unique history at San Gervasio, get hands-on with chocolate at the cacao company, find authentic crafts at the Mercado Municipal or the evening artisan fair.
And the food. Don't leave without trying real cochinita pibil, those stuffed panuchos, refreshing sopa de lima, and maybe be brave and try the whole fried fish where the locals go, La Cotita del Caribe.
Perfect summary.
Cozumel really has this fascinating dual identity, doesn't it? It's this super efficient global cruise destination, but layered right on top of centuries of Mayan history and a real living local community.
That's the magic of it.
So now that you, our listener, know where to look, what questions to ask, how to navigate beyond just the immediate port area, here's the final thought. What small local business are you going to intentionally seek out and support on your visit? Maybe it's that artisan in the park. Maybe it's a little taqueria, a block off the main drag. Maybe it's that family vanilla shop. Choosing where your money goes, even in small ways, can make your trip more meaningful and leave a positive impact. That conscious choice. That's really what traveling well is all about.
Well said. We'll see you on the next deep dive.